So what do you think is with Lamar's long-term future in Baltimore? What do you think, Ray? Because it seems like Eric DeCosta and the Ravens would love to sit here and talk long-term contract with him, and either he's not ready, or he's representing himself, or he's just a different type of, NFL player who's not concerned about his long-term future. It'll all just come to him. He just wants to win right now, is what it seems like. What do you think, Ray Lewis?
I think honestly, he's one of the young kids that I purposely pray for a lot, because for him to understand the mantle that he now carries in Baltimore, I think it's way bigger than football. I think he's clear on what he wants to do, right? And sometimes, you can't fault a person for doing the way that they see it. But I think when it comes down to the contract and the Ravens, I think a deal will get done.
Okay.
I really do. And, I think it gets done, and we keep taking our city to the next level, and he keeps doing what he's doing.
Well, it's interesting you say his mantle in Baltimore. Do you think if there is a torch that it's been passed from you to him in Baltimore?
He has to. It's no if. It's like he has to. I've been gone from the game 10 years, right? Like, I get it. Like, that's forever my city. I get it, right? Mm-hmm. But the new sheriff, that he carries a different mantle. He has to understand that, and I think he does. I really do. I think I don't think he understands sometimes the magnitude of where he could reach and how far he can go. And none of us at 24, 25 years old had everything figured out.
What if somebody had come up to you when you were 24, 25 and said that to you?
Yeah. So
would you have understood?
I think the same thing I told LJ Lamar is I had somebody to help me walk through whatever greatness you're running into.
Mm-hmm.
You're not doing nothing no different nobody else did. So you got to have the right counsel, right? And so for me, the guy we spoke about earlier, Rod Woodson, Rod basically just took me.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I understand that you're great. You can do a lot, but you need me to help you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And that's what I think Lamar, you got to have the right counsel in these type of decisions, because they affect not just him. I think he needs to understand that clearly. Like, this affects an entire culture, a Raven Nation, of what the young kids who was told they couldn't play a position, right? Go play receiver, Lamar. Nah, I'm a quarterback. Yeah.
That was no question,
right,
something that he needed to do. Unfortunately, at the combine, like, I'm not running receiver routes here. Like, get out of here with that. Right. And I'm not running a 40 here, because I'm not going to have the conversation from here be how fast I am. Yeah. And like, amazing. And then obviously Ozzie Newsome with the ultimate, gift basket as he's going out the door.
Yeah.
Great move to go get him. There's an extra year of contractual control if you want to talk about the business a little bit here. Yeah. And so now clearly he is supremely talented.
Yeah.
No question about that. What about, though, and just bringing this all full circle, we had such a terrific conversation in the first segment of you here about how it's now down to pass rushers and quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And he clearly can get away from pass rushers.
Yeah.
But at some point, it might be somebody like you coming downhill and taking him out. And how sustainable do you think his level of play is in the NFL, Ray?
Look, man,
what do you think?
And we know this game now, so any play is that play.
Yep.
Practice. I hurt myself in practice, right? I think that's the last thing any of us think about, right?
Right.
Now, when you start to get into the contractual stuff, of course, they're going to talk about it, but it's really irrelevant in your mindset, right? And in his world that he should live in, injury is the last thing Lamar thinks about. Lamar is a football player, and he's going to give you everything he got. And when you think about the core of what a football player is, what the Hall of Famers ultimately live their entire life being, that's the person that gives everything, empties the tank. That's who he is. And injury, Who cares, right? I had 9 surgeries. Who cares? Keep going, and you'll figure it out. So, look, of course you hear all of this, oh, if he gets hurt, if one hit. Yeah, that's for a lot of people, right? But that kid is special. He has the it factor, and people love to play with him and for him. And for me, he's one of those people that I run home because I know something's magical is going to happen.
Right.
Right? And I just think he has to keep that in his forward of thinking with the right counsel. And I think he'll be okay.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.